Alrighty folks, it is back. And due to popular request, I feel I put the fender back on backwards to see how it doesn't look right. Not my cup of tea. I guess you could change the arch around, but you still have to build the whole back of the fender to look right. And it doesn't really flow at the front because the front kind of comes down, and like you kind of want everything flowing to the back of the truck. So anyways, we just did it to appease the crowds there. It's a different look, but then there's nothing going on here. Plus, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, then this particular fender, I'd have to have a whole different yuppers. Sorry, I don't like it myself, so. Anyways, we're gonna put those back on the right way. I think what I want to do here is when we get these fenders actually bolted on, we still have more welding to do, so we're gonna have to get into there. This back panel, you know, I'm still mixed. I might end up turning it into exactly the panel I didn't really think I wanted. I think we're gonna end up mounting this almost on the back side, and then we'll figure out some filler for like an overlay or like something like that, just so it's not so bland, just to have more of a, I guess a 50s look, I guess would be the right way, you know, like the doorknob dash, something like that. I'm thinking something like that is gonna happen, but we'll see. Something's gonna float in there anyways. But overall, the tube I think will be more or less exposed, so it has a three-dimensional depth to it. We gotta pull these wheels and stuff off. We're gonna trim these fenders because they're not right. And then this outside I still haven't done, and we're gonna revisit this thing and cut that stuff off. That is the plan. And then we can do a bunch of grinding, but the box then is pretty close. Well, for me anyways, I think it's not too bad. Other than this, but I think we're gonna do some more work on the truck, and then this might just come to me and we'll figure out how we really wanna do that. But I wanna get the box going. Or get the box mostly done. I think that's where we're gonna go with this one. This one should be a little more exciting than the last round where we just putt-skied around with the fuel tank. It was a necessary thing. The fuel tank and stuff's not done, so we got a whole lot of half-finished things going on, but we'll get there. Like, we slowly almost have the box fully welded, so that was a tedious thing, but we're almost there. Yeah. I don't know, I guess it's pretty much that simple. We'll just get going and then see where we get. That workbench is like my old hospital bed 2.0. Look at that thing, eh? Mint. So that worked good. Now we got it on here. There's a few things to weld up under here. We wanted to free up in the back. Well, now I gotta lower it, but right here I attacked this angle and I gotta open this up so we can get rid of this bulge. So I basically just gotta run a zip through here and then this can all push back into place. Should be good. Gotta do that on both sides. Yeah, that one you can see. Just making her do a little bit of a weird bow here. All right, so we gotta do that. There's a few things around here we gotta weld. And then this thing. We gotta weld this lip here. There's a little bulges. If that's a word. I'm just gonna run a zip through here and then that way I can kind of just relief everything just so it has a nicer flow to it. So basically all I gotta do is go around, weld all the bits and the bits that I screwed up. And then we'll move on to, I don't know what next, but that we need to do first. I was thinking it'll have to go on, back on, make fenders. I do have to do a cross brace through here yet, because the back of the frame, yeah, we're gonna do something, I don't know what yet. Essentially my box is holding the frame from trying to spread and do stuff. The fuel tank is actually just hanging out onto the box floor, which, yeah, it'd be fine. I'm not too worried about it. And yeah. Guess that's a little update. We're just kind of giving her here. On to more welding. Well, now we got all that welded. This back brace is all redone. We've trimmed up the sides because it's basically just following the frame rails, so we kind of got the sides trimmed up. I actually am not going to do this because whatever we do for the bed filler will probably come up into this area. I'm not sure. Not a big deal to add something on. We're going to lightly basically go just grind everything really quick, go do our first round of grinding, and then probably stick the bed back on so we can mount the fenders. Make sure that all looks good, and maybe we'll kind of work our way of getting this initial step into there, maybe. I don't know. I just know for now we're just gonna grind, set the box down, and see where we get from there. A lot of the stuff needs to be done. I almost want to paint under here, and I might do that just yet, just because, well, we can paint it. Won't hurt anything. Needs to get painted at some point, but maybe we'll do it later. I'm not sure. For now, I am going to just do a bunch of grinding till I get bored of that, and then we'll throw it back on, and we will try to get our fenders where they should be, to which then we can bolt them on. At least that's the plan. right. That's a whole lot of work for it to look like kind of what I started. All right. Well, we did all the grinding. We put the box back on. Now, we bolted the fender. I still got to get a couple more bolt holes when I take the wheel off. I just wanted to put it on. You know, you get the full visual. I'm just toying. I'm not sure how I want to do this part. Like, part of me just doesn't want to put a running board on here, but I don't know why. But we need to get some extra. You can see how this is pretty good, but I'd like it to get a little bit lower yet than that, especially because it's aired out. We want it to almost pancake on the ground. At least I do. That's kind of the look I'm going for. But I'm wondering if we transition this down and then this can come into something with a lake pipe. You know, I almost have to order a lake pipe to get this look that I want. This would be nice with a chrome pipe coming through here. It would almost be neat if this part came down. Maybe we even got rid of this body line. Came down, and then our door almost molded over our lake pipe. And then it kind of, then this whole thing can transition into a completely useless step that's no good for anything, but it would be like a holding container for the pipe. I'm kind of toying with that idea. I just don't know where to on demand get a lake pipe. I think I gotta go. I'm gonna hunt a little bit for a set of lakes. See, we'll do some measuring here, see what we can do. If we have to, I'll pick up a similar diameter of exhaust pipe, just so I can use something for mock-up until I get the real McCoy. I like it. I like that this is like smoothed out. We got a few little things we got to fix up. A lot of this you'll never even see, but like all of this is gonna need a smoosh. I don't know about this part. That's why I was kind of toying with this idea of maybe, you know, you do that transitional step, but then if it kind of flowed with something off the cab. Although I don't know how well that'll work. It's not like it's a full quarter panel, like they're two pieces, the body. Well, we could make it work. I don't know how trick we want to make that look, but we need the exhaust to do something, and we got to fill this part. I'm going to ponder about that for a little bit. I think while I'm doing that, I'm going to go still bang some nails in the wall while I'm thinking. You've probably seen the bunt. There's a whole lot of light. The plan there is we're going to take our lights, we're going to move them, everything shuffle over, and I think it'll get rid of our dark spots over here. Upstairs, this is going to be the sewing room, game room, hangout, whatever we want to call it. Won't take you in too far because I'm a terrible carpenter, so I'm not really going to show too much of what I'm doing, but hey, stuff's sticking and it's working, so nothing fell out, so it shouldn't be too bad. The idea, I guess, is going to have a gym in the back there, and then I want to have my little sewing room thing going on up here. Still trying to find, I think I found a set. I was going to put a set of French doors there. That's my idea, that we can open up. I think I've explained that before. Anyways, I think that's where I'll leave this one right now. I'm going to, I got to do some shopping and figure something out. There's a second thing I wanted to do, which is going to be back here. Like, I dig this. Sorry, I cannot remember your name. Somebody has sent me a drawing and it's pretty much nailed it. It'll fix my problem here that I have is, I think my original design I was going to roll it under, and they did a doodle on it and it actually looks so much better. I just got to find a way to get this pipe to finish doing a roll so that we can get maybe this pipe to maybe here or just closer to the frame. I just need it to sort of follow a swoop, and then it just carries and finishes the fender, I think. It's kind of what I thought. It's too bad this fender had like a weird little flat spot there. I mean, we can probably push it up a bit. It's the other thing that kind of doesn't quite finish nicely there, but yeah, we won't worry about it. You know, only I notice it. Only I know it's there. Me and a couple thousand of you, nobody will know. All right, I am going to sit here and think about this a little bit, and we'll see where we get. All right, well, we went around. I called a whole bunch of exhaust shops. Nobody actually just carries straight sticks of pipe. The parts stores I think have, but I haven't actually gone out and checked. I have some 2.5 inch, which I might just use for mock-up. It's pretty bad when I actually have more exhaust pipe than muffler shops, as far as you bend it yourself kind of thing. Crazy. Anyways, I am just looking around here through our inventory of random things. Well, that I can use on my table. That might work for my vise. So I'll bring that. I'm going to see if I can get one stick out of here, just so we can do some mocking up to see if that works. I don't want to use that because that's 2.5 inch. It's just too big for what I'm doing. But it might work to do something on the table, or get a rough idea of what's happening. All right. Well, I don't see much else of anything. There's oh, I know what I gotta look for. I think I have headers. I wonder if any of those are 1.5 inch that we can cut up and use for my, well, maybe Ryder moved a whole lot of them. I know I had a bin with some used headers. I don't see it here, so it might be in the other shed. Some of the headers actually have, see how they have these bends? Although they don't seem to be the right stuff. But I'm hoping there's a nice gradual bend at 1.5 inch that I can use for the back of the bed design. Would be pretty awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to hunt around a little bit, and then I'll bring you guys back with my bounty that I found. Here's kind of the idea that I'm thinking. Mind you, that's not a good example. Well, it's kind of. See, I'm thinking of having, some of the cars had that little bump like that. They go over the door around. Kind of toying with that idea. We'll see. Very good. Stop and show what I'm thinking. All right. Meet you guys in the shop. All right, here we are. Pretend side pipes. Take one. Well, definitely is not going to be an exposed pipe. I think it definitely needs the squareness coming off the fender. That is a big pipe. Golly. I don't know if the roundness makes sense down there. And I'm curious on this door extension deal, how that's gonna look. I don't think I want roundness because of the way the fenders are. I think we're gonna make it like a flat flush touch down here. I don't know. That's a big fender extension or door extension. And then we have the problem whether it's gonna work around when the door opens. If we have a huge extension coming off, it's gonna want to like eat into itself. I don't know, a simple running board fixes the problem. I don't have any running boards, that's the thing. I might have to do a dig around, see. I don't think I have anything for these trucks. I have to dig. I have one of these, but I think I'm gonna make anyways, like that little hump that goes here. But it's for like a 10-foot box. I don't really want to cut that one up, but you know what? We got our bucket of headers, bits. I found it. Unfortunately, I can't find anything that has like a really mild transition because I'd like this to go here. Well, it would almost be nice if this just had a continually round swoop, but I don't think I have that. You know what I'm saying? We're working off of pieces of header. Well, at least that's what I was going to try to do. And nothing seems to jive right. Like here's something, which might be enough. But I want pretty mild. I just want it to kind of come and just finish out a little bit so it kind of follows this contour. It's kind of where I'm shooting with this. I don't know how that would look. A little flat with a little bit of round. I don't know.
Dinner's almost ready.
I guess I'll go for dinner and then I'll continue looking at this and see what we can get. Alright, you can kind of see what I'm going for. It's not working the way exactly what I want. I really hate doing the pie cuts because it's just an insane amount of welding, but it's what we got to go with. It just looks very broken in this angle here. I'm trying to get this to flow and go under, but I almost think it's gone too far. I think this pipe needs to be like maybe in the vicinity of the back of the fender where it kind of comes up. We're trying to almost make the fender look like it's going here and flowing up with the back. And we're not there yet. I think this is hanging too low, which I'd like it to be lower, but I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to treat it with a bumper treatment or something, but I don't know how or what. I'm trying to hide the fuel tank. I'm trying to hide a bunch of stuff, but I think we're starting to get too low and the fender's not making sense to this. In my eyes, because the fender right now just, so what I'm trying to do is around this vicinity, this thing almost needs to get around in this area, I think, so this flows and just kind of kicks into a big roundness. There's too much flat. I'm trying to do without screwing up too much stuff that I can come back and fix it if I don't like it. But I'm thinking we're gonna have to almost cut it up at this top part and refigure out how to flow this thing. I don't think I can bend this with the jig that I had to get what I need. I'm gonna have to do this, and I hate doing these pie cuts because it's just an insane amount of welding and cleanup, but I don't know. I don't have a way to do it. I could fix my exhaust machine, but that's an insane amount of work. This is probably less work than fixing that machine right now. Man, I guess we just keep going with it. I'm gonna do, like, where would this look good? I just tape this randomly to things to see if things just look better. Let me get a piece of tape and I'll bring you right back. It's getting closer, but still has this brokenness to it. I don't know. I'm gonna play with this some more, but this just might not do what I want without redoing the whole back of the truck. We might be stuck with that straight look. I don't know. Like you can see, it just gets bubbly and then we're tightening it up. Maybe I'm just hitting it too hard. I don't know. Let's just, I can't tell if we can hit a sweet spot. Like if we do this to there like I did, it just has this other brokenness to it. Oh, Dinah, we need two hands to do a lot of this. Just always, everything is two-handed. Let's go right back to my first design here. Like compared to what I was doing, that looks better. I wonder if we, I don't know, because we're kind of going in, we're following the flat of the back of the fender, and then we're trying to finish this off and roll this under. I just wonder if this got tighter. I wonder now, with that little gradual, if we hit one of those in there, or one of these. Or this. No, that's way too much. How about this? This is pretty minor. Ah, see, you know, these all go to an abrupt curve and everything's very slim. We get here. I feel I want this part in this area. You know what? I think I just gotta sleep on it and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe when I take a little break. This doesn't look bad, but it almost feels this now. We've changed this. It doesn't flow with this. This is too round. This is too flat. Maybe further back it'll look better. It's there. I think it just actually hangs too low under the back. I almost wonder if I gotta almost bring the back of the fender down and that would just work. This needs to be a little more gradual though. Like this, it's almost too abrupt. It needs to come back a little. Maybe we find a compromise trying to keep this whole thing, but just a little bit. I think it'll look good with a roll underneath, but just not that much. I think the fender just looks really square in the back now compared to that. Yeah. You know what? I gotta sit and think on it. I'm gonna just sit here and just keep questioning myself. We'll take a rest. We'll look at it tomorrow and see if our mind changes or we just go back and weld it back on. And I dig it, but I don't know. Well, I've been goofing around with this some more, but I don't know. I kind of think I basically took the bottom off right now. We've added a little piece. I think if I curl that up around there, it's working. I don't know, unless we go up top and turn this, curve that a little bit more, but I think overall it's okay and gives that nice little rolled sweep. I kind of like that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to sit and think on it for a while and figure out which way I want to go with that. There's plenty of other things to do on the truck, so I think the next thing we're going to mess around with next round is we're going to start working on this running board or step or something. We're going to drop that fender. We're going to drop that one that I want, and maybe we'll play with the idea of building the swoop instead of a running board. I don't know yet. I mean, yeah, it might go cool with the rest of the truck. I don't know. But I guess for now, I think that is where we are going to leave this one. So, as always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.